Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be an end of April garden tour. You can hear the woodpecker in the background there and other birds and nature and the wind. It's kind of a cloudy day. I think it's supposed to rain, but it is beautiful out here right now. As you can see, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but I did end up digging out those miscanthus grasses from up there back here. So now in this garden we have 3. So we have one there, and one there for some nice balance. So lots of purple going on here in the garden now as the salvias are coming into bloom. This salvia here, I forget what kind it is, but I believe these are the ones I grew from seed last year. So I definitely recommend growing salvia from seed. I wish I knew the variety because this one's very vivid purple. Alright, I'm trying to focus on new stuff. So we've got some foxglove. In bloom now. In just a couple of weeks, I think this garden will be popping with blooms. Tons of buds on the peony. And Dame's Rocket here. I really like that plant. Smoke bush in here that well, it was a tree, but I cut it way back. And so now I'm just going to kind of leave it as a little shrub, which I like that a lot better. Because as a tree, it just had like 3 long branches that kind of come out this way, and I don't know. It just looked odd. So I want to keep it as a shrub form. Also in here we got I don't know why I can never remember columbine. Never remember the name of that plant. Phlox here is budding up. I believe this is my white phlox. So you can kind of see a color pattern going on with the whites and the blues, the purples. Probably next week's garden tour, the purple irises here should be in bloom. Little buds start out almost black. White iris there, still blooming. I'm stepping through the garden here, so I apologize for bumpiness. And I think I did mention this in the last video. I planted that hydrangea there that was on that end of the garden. Too much going on over there with the hydrangea, so I needed something to balance this end. So hopefully that will do good there. I did divide some of the black and blue salvia here. Moved it right in here. As you can see, some of it there. So still working on the back side of this flower bed here. Not much new going on over here, but as always, I love that lamb's ear. And this plant here, Thrift, I think I mentioned it several times now this spring, but it has been blooming non-stop. I think I've had it for about a month here. I definitely want to get more of it. Then of course the new limelight hydrangeas in between the arborvitaes. Looks like I only have one. No, I've got two. There should be three in here, but I've got hibiscus coming up. They are one of the last things to emerge in the season. Looks like a white iris in there. And my purple hedge of irises here. Actually purple and white variety. Not a whole lot of new stuff going on in this shade garden here. Just some hostas. That's my newest hosta there. I really like that one. As you can see, I gotta get in here and clean some weeds out. And the helicopters off of the maple trees have made a mess everywhere. So definitely need to get a fresh layer of mulch laid back here. Bleeding heart. And I can't remember the name of this plant, so if any of you guys know, please let me know in the comments. Gets these purple flowers on it in the spring, and just a variegated foliage plant the rest of the year. Brownera. Jack Frost Brownera. And then I stuck this, I don't know if it's going to stay here, but this bird cage here. I do plan on putting some petunias or something that kind of climbs out of there. I'll do that pretty soon. Still wait until closer to Mother's Day. That's always the kind of the little rule, I guess, to be in the safe zone. Pansies there, still in full bloom. Alright, so sorry for the bumpiness. Alright friends, so I went to the garden center this morning. I got a couple bags of dirt and I picked up 6 geraniums, and I'm gonna try to plant up one of those metal wash tubs over there. The one hanging right here. I think I've done that the past couple years. I just fill this in with some dirt, put some geraniums in there, maybe some something white or blue like euphorbia or lobelia, and maybe like something that trails kind of hanging out of there. I stuck this little rusty bucket out here, so who knows, I might try to drill a hole in that and put some geraniums in that. That might look pretty good. So here's the future site of this year's vegetable garden and cut flower garden. I got a tiller for Christmas, so I'm hoping that I can just till this up all through here this year instead of digging it all the grass up by shovel. But all this will be vegetables and cut flowers, and I do plan on doing pumpkins this year. I didn't do pumpkins last year and kind of regretted not doing that. So this little corner here is all that I've got weeded so far. It's been a long, busy week at work, and I work at Ford, so it's very tiring on your body. So I don't do a whole lot of work outside after work, but this is something I have to get done today. These weeds are driving me crazy. So Nepeta is in even more bloom this week. Knockout roses are starting to pop. I would say next week's video, this will be in full color. This is just a classic knockout rose. And this one is a sunny knockout, which is actually one of my favorite knockouts. They start out yellow and then they kind of fade into almost a white. And then this one is very fragrant. Beautiful barberry shrub here. Love that burgundy foliage. And then the spireas. Front porch pots will be planted up probably in a couple weeks. Still have to make my trip to Garden Gate Nursery. That's where I get my annuals that I put up front here, like the blue salvia and the French gold, or the French marigolds. Now these knockouts back here, we're having some issues last year, so got a lot of dead in them, but I decided to leave them in here. Now they were rocking, if you remember that video. I think I showed you guys how they were rocking. We had some high winds come in last spring, and really bent them back, but they look, or seem to be strong now. Got my trellis here put up. Haven't decided what I'm going to put on the trellis this year. I was thinking about maybe getting a couple clematis and trying those this year. One of my favorite shrubs here. Not quite in full bloom. It will be next week though. This is the Wine and Roses Weigela. Got another one in here as well. This one's got a little bit of catching up to do. And then for some reason I lost my I want to say this was like a fire and ice hydrangea, but yeah, it seems to be completely dead. So I'll have to get that out of there. Not much has changed here. Just the heucheras. Again, I gotta get in here and weed. Real life, people. forget the variety of that hood crow, but I really like it. Got a drift of those in here. Alright friends, so that is about it so far. Blooming and going on in my garden. I gotta get this circle flower bed here cleaned up. I want to get some of this dead cut back on the Russian sage in there. It's supposed to be a nice circle hedge of Russian sage, but it has been a challenge for me. Alright, so I'm going to get those geraniums out and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with those. Alright, so here are a couple, actually 3 geraniums, but I got 2 of the hot pink, or they're calling this red. To me it's more of a hot pink corally color, and then we got the pink here. These were only $1.99 at Myers. So like I said, check out your local Myers Garden Center. They have a lot of stuff, so definitely check them out. Here's that creeping buttercup that usually I'm pulling out of the garden, but I let it go here. So here's what I'm thinking with these 3. I'm gonna put a little dirt in the wash tab here and put those in there, and then I chose to put the white ones in here. I think they look good with that rusty bucket. Alright, so I'm gonna get some dirt in here, get these guys planted up. I think it is gonna start sprinkling on us, so I need to get busy. Alright friends, so I changed my mind on the big wash tub over there. So I had this in the shop. I think it's like a, I don't know, some kind of like feeder funnel thing. Not really sure what you call those, but it has a hole in the bottom, obviously. So I think that'll be nice for drainage. So I think I'm going to put the darker coral colored ones in here. So that'll look pretty nice. I might even put all 3 in there. So that's the plan. Might notice I've moved my whiskey barrels over here on each side of the garage. Trying to keep that primitive, rusty, or rustic feel around here. For all my primitive friends, you guys know what I mean. Alright, so there it is. I think it looks pretty good. Sometimes I have random ideas and change my mind 100 times, but I really like that. So I will probably get some more geraniums, or maybe even a super tunia, and put in here something that kind of trails. Probably the same thing in there. I'm going to go ahead and get the white ones potted up, and I'll show you how that looks like. Alright friends, there it is. Just a little creative container there for something different. Fits in with the primitive farmhouse rustic style that I like to keep going on around here. So it is beginning to rain, unfortunately. I've got lots of my seedlings that I've started this spring over here sitting out, and I've got a few dahlias that I need to get in the ground. So I don't think I'm going to have time to put those in this video, but hopefully the rain will stop and I can get busy on that. So anyway, friends, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe share with your friends. Someone else you know may enjoy this content. So thanks for stopping by. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.